Almost 60 years ago, Father Tom said yes to God's call to priesthood. And recently I read a quote that really struck me, and it said, "True power lies in our response." And I think that the power of Father's response to become a priest made him a disciple of Christ and a servant leader, a blessing to all who have had the privilege of the power of his priesthood.
Father Tom, he's so humble, and he's a man of action, but he's also a father.
He has a way of intently listening to people and making you feel like you're his best friend. And I'm sure that this evening I will be seated with thousands who feel that they are Father Tom's best friends.
I don't know that he ever said no a lot. He was one that was always 2 stoplights ahead of us on something that needed to be done, and brought folks together. He had a way of bringing just people together.
His faith, he's a man of God. I think his work ethic, I think his commitment to people, I think his willingness to kind of accept people where they are, walking with them in their journey of challenging people. He's a hard act to follow, I tell you. He's a great priest.
Well, Father Tom is truly a servant leader, for he always puts God and others ahead of themselves. He sees humanitarian needs and seeks to find ways to fulfill them. This is certainly true in the education and religious formation of our children, in the spiritual growth of our adult population, and in the needs, both health-wise and spiritual-wise, of our seniors.
Father Tom, asked if we would be receptive to being involved with forming a housing organization, because he felt like that if we didn't stabilize the housing stock around the cathedral, as well as St. Joe, St. Ben, and some of the other Catholic parishes in downtown KCK, they were at risk. So he formed what was then Catholic Housing of Wyandotte County, now Community Housing of Wyandotte County. If it weren't for somebody like Father Tom and Father Michael Hermes being involved with trying to stabilize these neighborhoods, our schools may not be around today.
Father Tom, as he was listening to the confessions of a lot of parents, he was grieved that so many of their children were leaving the church, and so many of them were going off to church camps that weren't respectful of the Catholic faith. So he said, we've got to do something to create a formation place that's going to reach the mind and heart of children.
In 1998, he called our home on Ash Wednesday at 10 o'clock at night, and he said, hey, let's do this. And my husband Dana and I thought we were joining a team. That team was actually Father Tank and Archbishop Kelleher, but they had a great vision for how they wanted to help kids experience the love of the Lord through nature, through relationship, through fun, through being human. And why not create a place where kids belong in the heart of Jesus?
His numerous roles at the Archdiocese always included a strong emphasis on education. His love of mentoring children as well as adults is part of his strong legacy to the church. He has created a generation of people who follow the Catholic way.
Father Tom knows the meaning of a Catholic school, right? It's not just a regular, like any other public school with a little Catholic sprinkle on top. I think he knows that it's supposed to be really rooted in faith and have the faith imbued in everything we do. So he's always been very particular about choosing good leaders for his schools and being present in the schools, and concerned about the students, and especially as they get older, that they don't buy into the ways of the world over the ways of faith. So I think he's just always been a really dedicated pastor in that way.
Monsignor Tank, congratulations on receiving the Catholic Education Foundation Lifetime Achievement Award. I want to thank you for teaching me to love like Jesus. I want to thank you for showing us the path to build the kingdom of God here and to make an opportunity for people to run into the heart of Jesus.
Father Tom, thank you for saying yes and showing us the way.
Monsignor Tom, you are such a worthy recipient of the CEF Lifetime Achievement Award, and I want to thank you personally for being just an incredible spiritual father to me.
You've been such a blessing to families and students enrolled in Catholic schools. God bless you as you continue to work, even as you're supposed to be retired.
Congratulations, Father Tom. There is no one more deserving of this recognition. You have given 60 years of your life to our archdiocese, and you made a great impact.
We hope you know all of us who are your many, many best friends love you now and forever.